My mandate to this channel has always been clear. I'll help you find the right car for your budget. You are watching Budget Car for Me, and today we are looking at the new Polo R-Line. Please pause the video and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. If you have already subscribed, thank you. You are helping the channel to grow. Let me begin with the review and not waste any time. This latest Polo R-Line has a 1-litre 3-cylinder engine which produces 85 kilowatts and 200 Newton meters of torque. There are people who still believe that when they see an R-Line badge on the VW, it means the car is fast. That's not the case, and I'll explain why. The R-Line just means VW company adds some extra cool features on their vehicles so that they look more sporty. So don't get it confused anymore. Just like this Polo is merely a Polo TSI Life with some R-Line badging. This R-Line and the Polo TSI Life are the same in most things. The difference is very minimal, but the performance and everything else are mostly the same. Buying a Polo R-Line is basically buying the Polo TSI Life with some extra cool features added on it. For this video, let us compare the prices between the Polo Life TSI and this R-Line. The manual Polo TSI Life comes with the power output of 70 kilowatts and 175 Newton meters of torque, whereas the automatic version is powered with 85 kilowatts and 200 Newton meters of torque. And for that reason, we are going to compare the TSI Life automatic version with the TSI R-Line. Both of them are 7-speed DSG turbocharged engines. They move from 0 to 100 in 9.8 seconds. Both are fitted as standard with the multi-collision braking system, brake fluid warning indicator, hill start assist, front disc brakes, rear disc brakes, and the electronic stability control. In the R-Line, you get the 16-inch Valencia alloy wheels, or you can tick as an option the 17-inch Bergamo alloy wheels. And the one you're looking at here is the 17-inch Bergamo alloy wheel. Meanwhile, in the Polo Life, you get the 15-inch as standard and the 16-inch as an option. They both have the electric windows for front and rear, heated rear window with the wiper and washer system, rain sensing wipers, body colored door handles, body colored bumpers, radiator grille with chrome trim, front fog lights and cornering lights, rear fog lights, and the panoramic sunroof coming as options in both of them. The LED headlamps with LED separate daytime running lights and LED rear combination lamps come as standard in both the trims. The following features come as options in the Polo Life and the R-Line. The IQ Light LED matrix headlamps, LED rear combination lamps with dynamic turn signal, rear view camera, keyless access with safety lock, safety package DSG with travel assist including the adaptive cruise control and stop and go, plus speed limiter and lane assist with traffic jam assist, multifunction sensor, proactive pedestrian protection and forward collision warning including autonomous emergency braking. Other safety features coming as standard in the Polo Life and the R-Line include alarm with ultrasonic interior monitoring, remote central locking, drivers and front passenger airbag with front passenger airbag deactivation, side front airbags, curtain airbags front and rear, height adjustable seat belts for driver and front passenger, 3-point seat belt for center rear seat, seat belt reminder, ISOFIX child seat anchor points, child-proof locks on rear doors, high-level brake light, warning triangle, driver alert system, park distance control front and rear, and adaptive cruise control with speed limiter. For a car of this size, the boot space is big enough, I have to be honest. The Polo, Life and the R-Line all have a boot space of 351 liters. From what I know, Volkswagen has never disappointed when it comes to the boot space of the Polo. They have always been decent. The weight of the Polo R-Line without passengers and luggage is about 1,100 kilograms. The ground clearance for the Life and R-Line is 148 millimeters, while the Polo GTI is 133 millimeters. And speaking of the Polo GTI, I'll review it when I find it in the dealership. The last time I was there, I didn't find it. Fuel tank capacity is the same for all Polo trims, sitting at 40 liters. Here in the inside, it's easy to identify that this is a VW. And some of the designs that differentiates between the R-Line and the Polo Life are found in the inside. Remember, the R-Line is the design and not the performance. The dashboard layout in this Polo is beautiful. It's one of the areas where Volkswagen shines. Gear knob is beautiful and easy to handle, unlike in the Golf GTI where it is very small and can only be used with the fingers. Front center armrest with storage as standard in the Polo Life and the R-Line. What is a car without a center armrest? I don't know. It is actually practical to have an armrest if you want to drive long distances with relaxation. On the dashboard, it features 8-inch display infotainment screen. The quality material of this dashboard is not one of the best, but it's just okay. The glove box has a decent space, but I'm just not sure if it is illuminated. The R-Line badge continues on the steering wheel, as well as the seats. Just there to remind you that this is an R-Line package, but it is still a TSI on the base. The VW Polo's interior is actually beautiful. By now most people are familiar with it because it was one of the most selling cars in South Africa. If I could afford, I would get one. It's one of my favorite cars to start with. Hey, but the material they used on the door, it's a very scratchy plastic. I don't like it. They must do better with the next Polo generation in terms of that quality material. Anyway, the steering wheel is multifunctional with gear shift pedals, and that applies to both the Polo Life and the R-Line. Not only that, but it is also leather wrapped, height and reach adjustable in all level trims. Other interior features include the climatronic air conditioning 2 zones, instrument cluster with electronic speedometer, odometer and trip odometer, 12-volt socket in the center console, front and rear floor mats, interior LED lights with switch-off delay and dimmer, luggage compartment lighting, and the smoker's package, which includes a cigarette lighter and the ashtray as an option. Here the back has got plenty of space for the car of this size. The head space and the leg room are both decent. It is although still noticeable that you are in a small car while sitting in the back seat. It does feel comfortable in the back seat. Besides that, in the middle seat I didn't feel comfortable. It is always like that in these small hatchbacks. That is why I don't think it is something you should worry about. If you want more space in the back seat, you should consider the Tiguan that I'm going to review in my next videos. I'll always repeat this, the VW Polo R-Line is a very beautiful car. The designs that they made on this car are really excellent. From the front to the rear bumper all the way to the spoiler and the interior designs on the R-Line, you can tell that VW was successful in making this car people's favorite car. They have really done an exceptional work in designing this model. It just pains me when people think that the R-Line means a racing car. And like I said, the R-Line is the design and not the performance. It is always important to settle that misconception first, especially speaking about the VWs, because the admirers and owners of this car think the R in the R-Line means racing. And it is not. There is no racing in the R-Line. R-Line just means extra designs that would make the car to look sporty, like I said. The only R that makes sense for performance is the R that you find in the Tiguan and the one found in the Golf R. Now that we have mentioned the features and everything that the R-Line comes with, comparing it with the Polo Life, let's speak about the optional features with their pricing. Let us begin with looking at the price difference between the Polo Life and the Polo R-Line. The Polo Life automatic version cost 425,000 rands on the dot, while the Polo R-Line costs 475,800 rands. Those are the base prices without any options. If you finance a 475,800 rands VW Polo R-Line with no deposit and zero balloon payment at an interest rate of 12%, you are going to pay a monthly installment of 9,302 rands. Let's say you are paying 1,800 rands for insurance, while to fill up this tank you might end up spending around 960 rands. With all those figures mentioned, your cost of ownership is sitting at 12,062 rands. That is how much you are likely to spend on the Polo R-Line with no optional features. The optional features and their prices include Radio Discover Media at 11,400 rands, Beats sound system with 6 speakers at 10,500 rands, panoramic sunroof at 15,650 rands, smokers package at 550 rands, Bergamo 17-inch alloy wheels at 5,200 rands, comfort package at 16,550 rands, IQ light LED matrix headlamps at 16,600 rands, NCAP package at 8,700 rands, rear view camera at 5,650 rands, and lastly safety package DSG at 10,800 rands. I have done my calculations on the optional features and I can tell you right now that they will cost you 90,800 rands. This means a fully spec'd VW Polo R-Line would cost you 566,600 rands. And financing that in a period of 72 months with zero deposit and zero balloon payment at an interest rate of 12%, your monthly installment is going to be 11,077 rands. If we factor in our example of insurance of 1,800 rands and the fuel expenditure of 960 rands, your cost of ownership will be sitting at around 13,837 rands. And that is the cost of ownership for the fully spec'd Polo R-Line. We have reached the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments which Polo you are going to buy with your budget of 500,000 rands. That's from me. Until we meet next time, cheers.